Hi, I'm Katie.
I'm Ryan, and we've been going to Victory for 2 years now.
When the church was preparing for the Hope for Everyone movement, we were on the ministry and gratitude team, and it was just really cool to be surrounded by other believers and people that went to church that believed in this movement as much as we did. We met some new people, and through that committee, we looked at, what the ministry has meant, the ministries of Victory have meant to families, and it was neat to hear lots of really impactful stories. It just felt like God's hand as we were navigating some difficult things and some uncertainty over the last year. It became personal because he kind of lined up our own story of trusting him and seeing his faithfulness through those challenging times, and so we felt called to trust him in this movement as well.
I feel like it was personal for me when I think about our first time coming to Victory. Coming into the church, there was a spot to sit, there was a place to take the kids, there was room. So when I think about the Hope for Everyone movement and the goal of having enough room for everybody to come, that just gets me really excited and hopeful that we can have everybody.
We realized it was going to require sacrifice just because of how big the Hope for Everyone movement was, and also how passionate we were and wanted to follow God's calling for us. And so for us personally, that meant really praying about not what we were comfortable giving, but what God was calling us to give. And it was uncomfortable. We had some career changes last year, and when I got a new job, it came with a company vehicle, which meant we only needed one car payment. And so it became, we felt called to give that second car payment to this Hope for Everyone. And it would have been nice to have that in our budget, but it felt like a moment that we could trust God in this.
Victory's impacted us greatly, not only with our relationship with God, our own relationships, but really raising our kids too. It's been really fun to see how our kids have grown in their faith, and occasionally we'll see them praying on their own or asking them or us to pray with them. It's been very impactful, very good for our family and our kids, and we just want to pay that forward.
It's where we've reconnected with God and found purpose in serving. I help in the nursery. Ryan's been helping with high school youth group and in the parking lot. And investing in the future of this church is our way of helping to create space for more families to experience what we have experienced the last couple years. The kids love listening to Christian music in the car, singing the songs that they're singing on Sundays as well. Our daughter Alice even stopped us during the Colts game the other day so we could pray for the Colts team, which was just, I think it was cool for us to see that that's something that she's thinking about through her daily life of how she can pray, have that relationship with God. We get excited thinking about the Hope for Everyone movement, not just for now, but for the next generation. When we think about that generation that's coming up behind us, our kids were a big driver in getting us back into church, and we've seen their faith and relationship grow. We feel like God's calling us to help make a space for more families. I think that kids can really help people grow in their faith and bring them back in, and then just wanting to make sure that when families get here, there's room for them to experience that.
We've seen a lot of friends joining Victory even since we've joined. So that's been really fun, really great to make even more friends through Victory, and more friends coming in. But we want to continue to make sure that there's room for everyone, and that's really what this movement's been all about.
Yeah, I don't want to ask a friend to come join us at church and then worry that there may not be a seat for us when we get here. I want to say, yes, come with us. I know there's a spot for you, and we're comfortable knowing that there's place for you here. And so I think this is really going to help with that too. Your generosity, no matter what size it is, helps Victory make these improvements, but it's also a step forward in your faith. So committing to 3 years isn't easy. It's hard to even picture what our lives might look like in 3 years, but committing that required a step of faith and trust and commitment more than just the dollar amount, and it just helped us stretch our faith and bring us closer to Him.
I would say any step of generosity is noticed, not even just within this Hope for Everyone movement, but any step of just generosity. And I've seen that time and again in my life, and I know we want to be a good example for our children and those around us. So any step towards God, towards generosity is always a good thing. Everything that we do now with Hope for Everyone is going to affect the next generation of believers. So please give now for the next generation.
If you've been putting off a decision to give to the Hope for Everyone movement, now's a great time to just try stepping out in faith and see what God can do with that. We've experienced it in our own relationship with God and would encourage you to join us.